Alright, so before I start the video, I just want to take a moment just to address something, and that's basically damage to armor and the effects on skill damage. Now, I've gotten plenty of comments in the comments section, and I've tried to respond to them in a very generic manner, and that's probably not the best way to do it, but obviously I can't respond to every comment with lengthy paragraphs. So I want to make it clear that damage to armor is good for specific skills. However, for skills like the assault turret and the striker drone, damage to armor does not have any effect. Damage to armor is pretty much effective on skills that are not bullet related. So if it is shooting a bullet, damage to armor will not boost that skill. Also, really quickly, I want to note, I've been kind of behind on making actual build videos. I've been kind of behind on making a lot of videos actually. And it's mostly just because I've been really grinding out specific things. I've been grinding out legendary missions. I've been grinding out the raid. I've been basically trying to collect all of the missing stuff that I haven't really gotten yet. Or at least, just kind of pushed to the side and ignored for a while so that I can actually make some new and unique builds, at least, for me, right? So this build was really supposed to be out like almost 2 weeks ago now. But I just saw today that Clint Flairwoo, shout out to the Woo Man, but he posted a video pretty much very similar to what I'm going to be showing you today. But obviously I have a different take on it, and I'm going to be explaining a little bit of the actual numbers behind this build. So, if that stuff interests you, stay tuned, and I hope you get something out of it. So first up, I just want to talk briefly on skill damage sets. So like the brand sets and the gear sets. Obviously, Wyvernware, Hanayu, and Murakami for the 1-piece, 2-piece, and the 3-piece to give you that skill damage are very common choices. And then sometimes, obviously, there's Wyvernware, Hanayu, and then a 3-piece Hardwired for that 15% skill damage. Now, obviously, the Hardwired, you're going to lose skill haste, and with the Murakami, you're going to lose 5% skill damage. Obviously, not too big of a difference. But what I want to talk about today is Future Initiative and how it might actually be the best skill damage set in the game currently. Now, a lot of you are probably a little bit confused by this, considering it doesn't have skill damage on it on its 2-piece or 3-piece like Hardwired does. But the key is in the 4-piece, obviously that 15% total weapon and skill damage bonus that it gets when you're at full armor. Now let's just break it down real quick. A base skill, meaning any skill that you have at level 40, or if you're still at level 30, they have a base damage, right? There's nothing you can do to change that base damage. It does that amount of damage. And for all intents and purposes, we're just going to say that's 100% damage. Now, when you have tier 6, okay, so if you take the drone, basically that tier 6 skill is going to add 120% damage to that skill. So now we're at 220%. Then when you consider all the 10% gear rolls that you can have, that's another 60%. Then if you look at just the brand set bonuses, you can get 30%. Or if you add 2 brand set bonuses and the Hardwired, that's 35%. So pretty much a total of 315% skill damage from just those bonuses alone. That's not including talents or anything like that. However, if you were to basically replace your build with Future Initiative, you're going to get 10% skill damage from that Wyvernware, but you're going to get 15% total damage. Now, 15% on everything that you have already added from those bonuses that you currently have. So basically 15% on your 100% base damage, 15% on your 120% tier damage, and then 15% on the 60% gear roll damage. And then, of course, you're going to have 15% on the 10%, but, obviously that's just a little bit. So in total, you're basically adding 15% on 290, which if we kind of convert the total weapon damage to just regular skill damage, it would end up being about 333.5%. So basically 18.5% more damage than you would from those other bonuses. Now, obviously, Hardwire does have a 4-piece as well that you could use in kind of a similar situation, right? It gives you that 10% whenever you use or cancel a skill. However, if you are using the drone and turret, you're not really going to see this bonus very often. You're going to get it for 20 seconds, and then it's pretty much going to be over until your skills cancel themselves, or you cancel them, or whatever, they get shot down and you have to use another one. So basically for the drone and the turret, it's very ineffective and it's not useful. In the case of Future Initiative, however, not only are you getting this bonus, but you're also giving it to everyone on your team. So not only is it a very strong bonus for yourself, but it is also a very strong bonus for your allies. However, if you are playing a skill build who likes to sit and cover and basically just manage your skills and not really have direct contact with the enemy, this is a fantastic option for you. As you can see, I am using the Technician specialization. I would like to get a blue roll on one of my armor pieces, but I haven't gotten that far yet. I am using the Harmony, and I am using a custom P416 with in sync, but obviously that's not really that necessary because I'm not trying to shoot and stay out of cover that much. My pistol does have perfect spike, which probably suits this build a little bit more because, I get it for a longer than 5 seconds, which, I don't have to stay out of cover and shoot as much. For that reason, I'm also using perfect tech support, so my skills get a kill, they boost my skill damage, so I don't have to shoot. And that's the same reason I'm using glass cannon, because I don't want to actually have to fire my weapon to get a damage bonus. Now you could use kinetic momentum. Obviously when my skills are active, that gives me 30%. So that's probably an even better option if you can get a roll with that. And then you can see all my future initiative, I pretty much just rolled to skill damage. So it already comes with skill tier, easy to get maxed out skill damage. And then I just fill my mod slots with skill haste. Pretty simple, pretty easy. This is actually a really easy build to put together because, all you have to do is worry about one roll on 4 of your pieces, and then you get that bonus. That's nice. Now we'll talk about the talents here. Like I said, kinetic momentum, probably the better option for this because you are, again, hiding in cover for most of it. You don't want to lose that bonus, so you don't want to take direct damage. If you do take direct damage, you have to obviously waste a med kit. Even if it's just a tiny sliver, you have to waste a med kit to get that back. Or you have to waste a roll on like armor regen or something, or you have to, play with a healer build, obviously. So there are limitations to this type of build. Now, again, with the talents, obviously we know the big ones: Kinetic Momentum, Spotter, Empathic Resolve, and Overwatch. Those are probably, some of the biggest ones. And then, of course, Glass Cannon. Those are all good talents to use on this build. Obviously, you have to change things around. If you want to use it, a healing skill for your Empathic Resolve, replace the drone, that's fine too. That'll, guarantee that you can stay at full health. Overwatch is probably the best option, though, if you were playing in a team. Now, why Overwatch? Because you will be adding a total of 27% total weapon damage and total skill damage to your entire team. So pretty much what that adds up to is over 100% extra damage for your team. So it basically turns your 4-man team kind of into a 5-man team. So pretty much if you are a team player, if you are trying to be a support build, there is not really any other way to add more damage than those combinations. All right, now for the backpack, obviously Combined Arms is a top-notch talent for skill build. However, you don't actually want to be out of cover shooting because you don't want to risk that much damage coming to you, which is why I go with tech support. Tech support allows your skills to proc it for you so you don't risk losing your bonus. Now, obviously, Shock and Awe could be a good option if you were using a status effect skill. So if you were using the Mortar Turret or something, I could definitely see that being very beneficial to your build. Now, obviously, we all know how a drone and turret build work. I don't need to show you, hours of footage just to prove that it works. But pretty much what I really wanted to do with this video is pretty much just show you that future initiative does not have to be just a skill healer. But I've got some really cool ideas on what to do with future initiative, and I really hope you guys see these videos because I think this could be, possibly even the next meta and possibly even get the set nerfed. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't, but, we'll see. However, that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.